Richard Ballard's dream was to grow fresh salad in a city where space is at a premium. The solution was right below his feet.
Growing Underground is an urban farm. It's situated 100 feet underneath the streets of Clapham, London, in a World War II air raid shelter. These tunnels were built between 1940 and 1942. And that is the tube you can hear going above me now. They're a family of 7 tunnels, each designed to house about 8,000 people. We came down and did some trials down here, worked out that we could grow something in this environment, and from there we built this larger farm.
Over 10 different types of leaves, shoots and salad are grown in the tunnels. Today, they're growing pea shoots. But with no rain, sun or soil down here, it takes some pretty remarkable science to grow things. Traditionally, germination of seeds requires soil. However, when you're in a concrete tunnel 30 meters underground, planting is a problem. So here, they don't use dirt. In fact, they use something found in practically every household: carpet. First, the squares of carpet get soaked with water. Then, pea seeds are scattered across and spread out by hand to ensure even distribution. But it will take more than this to get them growing. Usually, for germination to start, seeds need to be buried in soil in complete darkness. This is where being 30 meters underground has its benefits. The carpet trays are left to germinate for 3 days in the pitch black of the propagation tunnel. Plants are hungry and thirsty organisms. With no soil and limited space, you need a special system to feed the plants. Here, they use a process called hydroponics.
Hydroponics is a method of growing without the aid of soil, and rather than the plant taking the nutrient from the soil, that comes from nutrients that we pre-mix, and it travels to the plants in water.
The water is mixed with nitrogen, potassium and other elements that are essential for growth. But growing underground also means no natural rainfall. So to avoid a whopping water bill, the team came up with an ingenious solution to recycle any water that drips through the carpet.
Okay, so the water comes back after being irrigated above, down to these tanks here. It goes through a filtration process here, is cleaned, and then that comes into this side, and that's all ready to go around the whole system again. So it's a recirculating system and very water efficient, uses 70% less water than conventional agricultural methods.
Richard may have conquered a lack of soil and a massive water bill, but underground there's obviously no sunlight. And when your plants need light to grow, that's a problem.
We use LED lights that have a broad light spectrum. Plants, they tend to require more of the red part of the spectrum, depending on the plant.
The controlled environment allows the underground farm to produce crops 25% faster than their above-ground counterparts. And after just over a week in this environment, we've gone from simple seed to profitable plant.
So these peas are ready for harvest now. What we're looking for is this nice, uniform, high, open leaf, bright green colour. So these will be packed, shipped and on supermarket shelves tomorrow and on customers' plates.
The pea sprouts are harvested, packed into plastic containers.
Tires, man, we need a